I'm taking a wild guess that my life just got a new kind of complicated.
Funny, I don't remember leaving a beautiful woman in my cargo hold. Must be my lucky day.
Depends on your definition of lucky. My name's Risha. I've been traveling with Skavik as part of a business arrangement. He and I had a deal to deliver the things you see here.
Now I'm all ears. Keep talking.
Skavik was going to deliver this cargo, but he's proving unreliable. I think you might be a much better partner.
Let's hear your offer and we'll see.
My offer is simple. I make you filthy rich. It's a pretty straightforward business model. What do you know? That's Skavik on the ship's hollow. This should be an interesting conversation. You're late, Skavik. And I just made a new friend. I think you two will loathe each other.
Congratulations, Captain. You're officially #1 on my list of people to kill. When I get my hands on you, you'll wish you'd never left Ord Mantell.
Can't kill what you can't catch, Skavik, and you don't have a ship.
Well, there's plenty of ships to steal in Coruscant. I'm sure I'll find something fast and deadly. Don't know how you got away from those Imperials, but next time, I'll kill you myself. Assuming Rogan the Butcher doesn't get you first. I sold all those blasters you were supposed to deliver for him on Ord Mantell. I can't imagine he'll be happy that you lost them.
I'll make sure Rogan hears who really fouled things up for him.
I'm sure you'll have lots to say while Rogan tortures you to death.
Are you done posturing, Skavik? The captain and I have cargo to deliver.
Don't even think about cutting me out of this deal, Risha.
Finders keepers. Isn't that what you always say? Not my fault the captain here beat you to the big prize.
Sweetheart, you two just made the biggest mistake of your lives.
Thought that blowhard would never switch off. So, we were discussing how I can make you fabulously wealthy. The items here are pieces to a key. A key that unlocks the lost treasure of a very rich dead man named Nock Drayan.
Now you're speaking my language.
Just wait. It gets better. Nock Drayan was the greatest gangster who ever lived. He personally wiped out the Wrath Cartel and the Vandalhelm Combine during the Syndicate Wars. When he died 10 years ago, Nock had more wealth than some Outer Rim worlds. Even the Hutts were jealous.
Nock sounds like my kind of guy.
He was ruthless, bloodthirsty, and vindictive. The only criminals who didn't fear him were the dead ones. Nock hid his fortune right before he died. For 10 years, treasure hunters across the galaxy have searched for it in vain. Until now. You see, I've finally figured out how to get the lost riches of Nock Drayan.
You're my new best friend, Risha.
That's sweet. But let's try to keep this professional for now. Whoever gets Nock's riches will become an underworld legend. Skavik had his chance and blew it. Now it's your turn. Help me deliver these things in your cargo hold, and Nock Drayan's wealth will be all yours.
Well, let's make one thing clear. I only work for one person. Me.
That's fine. But if you want to be rich, you'll let me work for you.
I'm the only one that can help you trade these items to get Nock Drayan's treasure. But I won't tell you everything up front. To get the riches, you trust me the same way I trust you. One step at a time. Deal?
You had me at riches.
Then let's hit the hyperlanes.
We have deals set up on Taris and Nar Shaddaa. I'll make all the arrangements and introductions for you on both planets.
Until then, I'll be in my bunk. That caged beast there isn't much good for conversation, so come visit me if you feel like chatting.
I'll be around for anything you need, sweetheart. Anything.
That's a comfort.
Looking forward to working with you, Captain.
Ah, Taris. Did you know you've just landed on the biggest graveyard in the galaxy? There's not much to enjoy here, besides skeletons, ruins, and man-eating creatures.
It's the perfect romantic getaway, sweetheart.
Don't flatter yourself, flyboy. And for the record, I prefer my cities intact. Taris was the Coruscant of the Outer Rim, until some lunatic leveled it centuries ago. Now it's a toxic swamp. We're here for an astrogation chart that was in a vault when Taris fell. That vault's somewhere in these ruins.
What do we need with some musty old astrogation chart?
I worry about the why, and you take care of the how. That's our deal, remember? Our lost vault was designed to be recovered after a major catastrophe. All we need are the right sensors to locate it. The catch is, the only person I know with access to those sensors is someone who hates me.
I smell a good story.
Let's just say she and I have a history, which I might tell you about when I know you better. I made our contact an irresistible offer. One of the deal's terms is that she doesn't have to see me. I need you to get that vault's location, Captain. Impress the stars out of her.
I'll do whatever it takes.
I'm sure you will. You seem like her type of man. I should also warn you. Skavik knows about the vault. We can't let him catch up.
Relax. This is me we're talking about.
And I have every confidence in you. Well, almost every. The astrogation chart in that vault is essential to finding Nocdrane's riches, Captain. Your contact name is Beryl Thorne. When Beryl gives you the vault's location, come back and see me. Oh, and try not to let anything eat you. Hope you got that vault's location. I eavesdropped on Skavik and some mercenaries over an encrypted comm channel. They're trying to beat us to the vault. Sounds like they're closing in.
Beryl says the vault is buried in a place called Zone Zero.
Then we're not sunk yet. Unlike us, the mercenaries don't have the vault's exact coordinates. From what I overheard, Skavik's men aren't having much luck in their search for the vault. Something out there is eating those mercenaries alive. Literally.
For once, I'm glad Terrace is a death trap.
The creatures are slowing the mercenaries down, but not enough. Get to the vault as fast as you can, then open the lock with this Geonosian slicer module. It took me months to trade for this. Don't lose it, understand?
If I march all the way to Zone Zero and I'm still locked out of that vault, you're fired.
Technology has come a long way since that vault was built. It'll open. Good luck, partner. Hope I see you again soon.
If I die, lock up before you leave.
Not funny. You got the astrogation chart, didn't you? I can tell by the look on your face.
Did you ever doubt me?
If I did, you've just made me a believer for life. That astrogation chart belonged to an exchange gangster named Davik Kang. Davik personally mapped dozens of hyperlanes between the core and outer rim systems. He found shortcuts and hideouts all over the galaxy.
I've never heard of this Davik Kang.
He was the last great leader of the Exchange Crime Syndicate, and the unofficial ruler of Taris. Have you studied much galactic history, Captain? Interesting patterns emerge if you pay attention. Davik Kang's criminal empire ended when this planet was destroyed. Nocdrane's empire was born when he destroyed a planet.
I'd like to destroy a world someday.
I hear it's the thing to do if you want to leave your mark on the galaxy. Certainly worked for Noc. Once upon a time, there was a pirate haven on the outer rim called Mandelia. Thousands of criminals lived there. One bright morning, Nocdrane's freighter dropped out of hyperspace over Mandelia. He demanded the pirates surrender to him or die.
Pirates aren't known for surrendering.
They weren't afraid of a lone, lightly armed freighter. They thought Noc was crazy. When the pirates sent their reply, Noc launched a single rocket at their settlement. The warhead was tipped with an Imperial nerve toxin. The entire settlement died in less than a minute.
How many people did Noc murder?
10,000 greedy pirates, give or take. That day at Mandelia, Nocdrane went from being a low-rent smuggler to one of the richest criminals in the galaxy. Anyway, that's how the legend goes. I should probably let you get back to work.
How about some more history lessons someplace private?
You're incorrigible. Come see me when you're irresistible and we'll talk. At any rate, I'm ready to leave Taris. I'm sure we can find someplace more interesting to be.
You've got a bad case of wanderlust, Risha.
Hey, it's one of my best qualities.
I love Nar Shaddaa. This is the place you get everything you never knew you wanted. The only laws are the ones people make with bribes or blasters. It's good to be home again.
Maybe you can show me the sights, gorgeous.
Nice try, but we're here on business, not pleasure. There's a hut here named Druga who has a prototype starship engine. We need it to find Nocdrane's fortune. Druga and I made a deal. He'll trade the starship engine for that caged beast.
How can that slobbering creature be worth a ship engine?
It's the last male Shanjaru in the galaxy. The species is pretty much extinct. That makes it valuable. Druga's hosting a giant moving party on his pleasure barge. It stops periodically at different locations. Right now, it's on the promenade. I sent Druga several messages, but he never replied. You'll have to make contact the old-fashioned way.
I can't wait to see what kind of party this hut throws.
It's a shrine to grotesque extravagance. Rich lowlifes from across the galaxy spend a fortune attending Druga's gatherings. Before you go, one more thing. I know there's a price on your head from Rogan the Butcher over some business on Ord Mantell. Word on the HoloNet is, Rogan's personal bounty hunter is here on Nar Shaddaa. His name's Zank Helrot. Watch out for him.
You think Zank is here for me?
It may only be a coincidence, but better safe than sorry. The sooner we finish our business with Druga, the sooner we can be someplace Zank Hellrot isn't. Have fun at the party.
Druga has already contacted your associate to arrange the details.
Our Shanjaru will be there shortly, Druga dear.
Rumor is you're going to eat them.
Love to, but I need to install that prototype engine. Maybe next time?
This fancy new engine, what's it do?
It's a sublight engine optimized for extreme gravitational environments. You can read the manual. It's a date, Druga. Come see me when you're ready to lift off, Captain. Just in time. I installed that new engine for you. Want to take it for a spin?
That was fast work, Risha.
Swapping out Starship engines is easy. Mechanics just want you to think it's complicated so they can charge more credits. This prototype is really something. You'll find your ship is a lot more maneuverable. I noticed we have a new addition to the crew. Wookiees are always good for extra muscle. Is this one friendly?
His name's Bodar, and he's as sweet as they come.
Really? Because an angry Wookiee can come in handy. It's funny that a Hutt is helping us find Nock Draen's treasures. Nock used to terrify the cartel.
I didn't think Hutts feared anything.
They didn't, until they met Nock. 20 years ago, Nock single-handedly killed half the cartel members in a single night. No one ever figured out how he did it. The surviving cartel members gave Nock control over an entire galactic quadrant as a gesture of respect. The Hutts never took it back.
Who runs the territory now that Nock is dead?
The crime bosses who tried to take over all died under mysterious circumstances. We're closer than ever to finding Nock Draen's lost wealth, Captain. Let's keep up the chase, shall we? Someone's calling on the ship's holo. Probably a fan. Be a darling and tell them I'm out. Hate to be nosy, but is there some reason we're docking with a decrepit starship in the middle of nowhere?
We're here on a rescue mission.
And who's gonna rescue us if things go wrong? I won't tell you how to run your ship, but what am I supposed to do if you don't come back? Boarding another vessel in deep space is tricky. A million things can go wrong.
You know how careful I am.
When you're this far out in space, careful is beside the point. You're at least planning to take some muscle, right? You do have a Wookiee?
Didn't know you cared so much, sweetheart.
I just don't feel like getting stranded in deep space. Good luck over there. I hope you don't need it. Let me guess. It was a trap.
One of Skavik's old flames tried to kill me.
I'm not even gonna ask. If there's one thing I hate, it's phony distress calls. They make spacers too paranoid to answer the real ones.
I'll always do what I can for my fellow spacers.
Very noble. I wonder how much trouble that policy will buy us. Let's get out of here. Deep space gives me the creeps. I've set up some new deals on Alderaan and Tatooine. Ready to deliver the rest of this cargo?
Whatever it takes to make me rich.
That's the spirit.